I bought an old 1995 EZGO Medalist 36 volt electric golf cart off of Craigslist for $700, but as you can see, it needs a serious makeover, including getting rid of these nasty 6-volt lead acid batteries and converting over to the new VATRER 36 volt 105 amp hour lithium battery kit, and also installing a solar panel so I never have to plug in, and a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter with outlets, and new custom golf cart wheels, LED lights, new seats with a utility bed pullout, a new windshield, a new custom installed stereo system, new utility rack, new LED headlight pods that are super bright. Stay tuned for my golf cart makeover build.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
This old golf cart has been sitting in my garage broken down and dusty for a few years now because the batteries died on me, because I didn't keep up with the maintenance on these stupid nasty lead acid batteries. So I took those suckers out, loaded them up in my car, took them down to the local recycling plant, got $60. And I got the very best lithium battery you can buy for a golf cart. This is the VATRER 36 volt 105 amp hour lithium battery kit. This battery has 4.03 kilowatt hours, which is equivalent to 3 100 amp hour LiFePO 4 batteries. Only weighs 83 pounds. That saves me 317 pounds compared to those lead acid batteries. And it comes with those easy lift handles, which is convenient. A steel shell case that's waterproof and dustproof. Has an on-off switch, which I really love. It has a vent there. It has Bluetooth or real-time monitoring, an LCD display and bracket. It comes with a smart fast charger that charges this battery in as little as 6 hours. And you get up to 50 miles on a single charge. And it has a 200 amp BMS. 200 amps of continuous power. I can go on, but I have a link to this awesome kit in the description and comment section below. As you can see, those old lead acid batteries really did a number on this frame, but it's just surface rust. The metal has not been compromised, just surface rust. So I went ahead and rinsed off the frame, and I applied some rust dissolver gel and applied that to the frame, and I scrubbed it in pretty good, let it sit, and then I rinsed it off, and all that surface rust came off. And as you can see, it shows the bare metal, but I need to paint the bare metal to protect it from getting rusty again. So I went ahead and I got some Rust-Oleum ceramic coating, flat black paint, which that stops rust. And I went ahead and I sprayed that up really good. And as you can see, the frame looks almost like new, man. It looks awesome. So now we need to figure out a way to get the battery to fit in here. So I have to get rid of those tabs. And I'm going to put some 2x6s. I have some scrap wood that I'm going to go ahead and cut up and use to put on the bottom of the golf cart there so that I can support the battery. I went ahead and put that down. Fits like a glove. I went ahead and hammered those tabs down so they lay flat, so I can put the new VATRER 36 volt 105 amp hour lithium battery, which is awesome, with those awesome handles that make it really easy to load it on the bottom there. When you're removing your old lead acid batteries, make sure you tie up the positive side and the negative side of wires. Otherwise, you'll have a hell of a time reconnecting new batteries. So I made it easy on myself. Before I connect the wiring to the battery, I went ahead and installed the utility rack to the top of the golf cart, which I just bolted it down. And also bolted down the 245 watt solar panel on top of the utility rack. So that provides some storage underneath the solar panel. And I have a MPPT solar charge controller that converts 24 volts to 36 volts. And that will be installed next to the battery. And these are the solar charge extension cables. And I'll run that cable along there with some zip ties and down to there. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and remove these old ugly seats. As you can see, these seats are so raggedy and ugly. They look like patent leather beat up, man. Terrible. So these are the new seats here. At least the new seat back and seat bottom. And I have to transfer the hardware and everything over from the old seat to the new seat, which is probably the most difficult part. So I did that, and then I went ahead and installed it on the golf cart. pretty much straightforward. As you can see, it looks 100 times better already. Getting back to connecting the wires to the battery, there's so many connections it makes it very difficult to fit them all on the standard screws on the battery. So I bought these battery terminals, which I have links to everything, by the way. And these hold up to 12 connections up to 4 gauge for the positive and negative terminals. I went ahead and installed the stereo system on the golf cart with lighted switches, a voltmeter, and also a 12 volt USB outlet there. That's also another voltmeter, which is kind of unnecessary, seeing as how this battery does come with an LCD display for real-time monitoring, and also you can monitor via app, via Bluetooth on your phone. I did install this Pile stereo head unit, which is really easy and straightforward. And also I installed these Pile waterproof stereo speakers, and you have to rivet those brackets in, but really easy. Links to everything below. And I also went ahead and installed the new LED light pods on top of the cart, which are extremely bright and awesome. Those battery terminals made it so much easier to connect all the connections, and I love that on-off switch on this battery to prevent unwanted discharge. Okay, now to mount the VATRER LCD display for the battery, and I went ahead and mounted it to the speaker bracket. I drilled a hole through the floorboard of the golf cart and put a wire protector and zip tie the wire underneath the golf cart, bolted the display down onto the bracket, and this display is really nice. It's a touch screen, gives you all the information you need, voltage. You can cut on and off the discharge and charging, and also gives you the status of each cell. Of course, you can get this information via a Bluetooth via app on your phone for real-time monitoring as well. And this is what the finished dash looks like with everything installed. Now it's time to install the 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter so I can run power tools off the golf cart and anything else. It even comes with a remote control, which is really nice. And this is an outdoor waterproof power strip. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I'm going to install that on the golf cart, and I have these new LED lights. Before I install all of that, I'm going to quickly install the windshield on this golf cart, which is pretty straightforward. You just attach the brackets on the frame of the golf cart, and it holds it into place pretty much with those 2 bolts and with the brackets, and this folds down. This is really nice and clear windshield. I have a link if you want to get it. Also, while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and install the new 10-inch golf cart wheels with the all-terrain tires, and this is as big as I can go without having to do a lift on the golf cart. Here's the new 10-inch wheel versus the 8-inch stock wheel. The reason why I didn't go bigger is because it would raise the golf cart higher with a lift, which I have a solar panel on the roof, so I wouldn't be able to get the golf cart in the garage with a lift. I quickly and easily removed all the wheels and put the new wheels on with an impact drill. I use a 12 volt electronic jack to lift the golf cart up so I can take the old wheels off and put the new wheels on. This is an amazing electronic jack. I have a link to it in the description. With the wheels removed, everything looked great underneath. Even the leaf springs on this golf cart for it to be a 1995. The only part that was rusty on this golf cart was the battery tray, and that was just surface rust that I removed, as you saw earlier. Now I'll go ahead and put on the new 10-inch wheels, and these wheels pretty much fit any golf cart without having to do a lift. I have a link to these wheels in the description and comment section of this video. Wow, what a transformation. Man, the golf cart looks way better now. And I'm not even done yet, but I just installed the new rear seat and fold-out utility bed. And of course, I still got to install the 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter, the outlets, and LED lights. Of course, there's the stereo system, lighted switch, VATRER display, waterproof speakers. Wow. I still need to test drive the cart too with the new lithium battery and see how much more torquey it is. Now to install the new 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. It comes with these little wimpy cables, so I upgraded them to the 4 gauge cables. Okay, went ahead and installed the 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter, connected it to the battery easily with the new terminals. Now let's test it out and see if it can power my table saw. Powered it with no problem. This battery, by the way, has a 200 amp continuous power with a 600 amp power surge, so no problems with this. Here's what it looks like underneath the seat with everything installed. There's the inverter, there's the VATRER smart charger, which I'll probably never use, seeing as how I have a solar panel and solar charger that will charge the battery. That solar charger puts out anywhere from about 4 to 8 amps to charge the battery. So now I just roll the golf cart outside and fully charges the battery. So no more plugging in and no more battery maintenance. Time to install the weatherproof power strip, and I'll put it on the utility rack in back of my golf cart so I have access to AC power, and I'll use a piece of wood. I'm going to cut it with my table saw that's connected to my new inverter and the awesome 36 volt VATRER battery that puts out all kind of power. 200 amps of continuous power. Okay, the new outlet strip is installed. Now I can power all of my tools, charge my lawn equipment batteries and everything else thanks to the new awesome 36 volt VATRER battery, and the battery's charged for free via solar. Now to install the LED lights on the golf cart. These are just peel and stick 12 volt LED lights. I do have a link to them if you want to get them. I use alcohol to clean the area first, but I put it underneath the top of the golf cart and underneath the solar panel. By the way, I did install a 12 volt inverter because this is a 36 volt battery. So in order to use 12 volt accessories like the LED lights, you need to have 12 volt inverters, and I have two of them, one for the LED lights and one for everything else. And this is what the LED lights look like on the golf cart at night. Brightens everything up. You can change colors. By the way, you can control these lights via Bluetooth app on your phone, not just with that little remote control. Man, this is really awesome. Now I can use this golf cart at night in around my property any time of the day with my tools and everything. Charge batteries. This is the true bug out golf cart, and all made possible because of that awesome VATRER 36 volt lithium battery, which I have a link to with a discount, and links to everything shown in this video is in the description and comment section of this video. And the golf cart transformation is complete. Wow, it's like I got a new awesome golf cart. This is my new solar bug out utility golf cart. It's got every feature you could possibly need, man, and it jumps right off the line with all kinds of torque and power thanks to that new 36 volt VATRER lithium battery. It's got all kinds of power. Amazing, man. And I'll tell you, this cart is so light on its feet now, 320 pounds less weight. Man, those lead acid batteries were heavy, boy. You can sure tell the difference. Oh my gosh, do not hesitate to upgrade to this 36 volt or 48 volt. They have other VATRER batteries as well, lithium batteries that you can upgrade to depending on your golf cart. Like I said, I got a discount link in the description and comment section of this video, along with links to all the other stuff I use to build this golf cart. Absolutely amazing. This is the true utility golf cart. That solar panel actually provides some rain shelter for the back passenger, or I can fold out that rear seat to a utility bed. I can put tools on the golf cart. I can charge my lawn tool batteries and everything, and I never have to plug in. That's awesome. Just sit it out in the sun and it charges it. Leave a comment below. What do you guys think? If you want to see more of my build videos, make sure to check out my camper van bug out van build series, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. My bug out van build series. Be sure to check out my bug out van build series. Video links are in the description section of this video.